Louisiana National Bank is a proud community partner and loyal supporter of local education. LNB is excited to cheer on the Grambling State Tigers. Stop into Louisiana National Bank today to experience uncommon banking. To learn more, visit ln.bank.
Chicken strips,
ranch buffalo, Monterey Jack cheese.
The Whataburger Buffalo Ranch Chicken Strip Sandwich, a beautiful masterpiece.
What is Grambling? Grambling is growing. It's a community. Grambling is an education, an experience. Grambling is legacy, tradition, and future. What is Grambling? Grambling is all of this and more. Grambling is the place where everybody is somebody.
What's been accomplished up here is amazing.
People are getting care in our communities for health and wellness, to manage chronic disease, and to stay out of the acute care environment.
We have a great new leadership team who improved resources.
I have never seen expansion, quality improvement, access improvement like this in my lifetime.
The growth has been phenomenal.
HBCUs are anchored by legacy. They nurture the talent and determination of their students and prepare them for a bright future. The Home Depot's Retool Your School program has and still believes in the excellence of HBCUs, committed not just in speech, but through the revitalization and upgrades of the campuses these students call home. Building, planting, tilling the dream, all hearts and countless volunteers on the ground. Retool Your School. We're powered by purpose.
For the first time ever, Whataburger has iced coffee. So hey, get vanilla iced coffee with breakfast, caramel iced coffee with a snack, and for dinner, how about mocha iced coffee? Or just get plain. Nothing wrong with a classic. New iced coffee from Whataburger, just like you like it.
Building champions for life didn't just happen overnight. Since 1920, the Southwestern Athletic Conference, SWAC, has been in the forefront in leadership and excellence in all our athletic programs. There are very few major sports halls of fame that a SWAC athlete is not a member. Hall of Fame coaches who were stewards and mentors to these elite athletes. Our tradition, our distinction, our legacy. We are the SWAC, building champions for life.
For the first time ever, Whataburger has iced coffee. So hey, get vanilla iced coffee with breakfast, caramel iced coffee with a snack, and for dinner, how about mocha iced coffee? Or just get plain. Nothing wrong with a classic. New iced coffee from Whataburger, just like you like it.
Welcome to the Frederick A. Hobley Center. You are here with your commentators for today's game, Cleveland Jones and Tamaya Johnson. Upcoming, we have the Grambling State Lady Tigers taking on Nicholls State Colonels. Coming in, we're coming off our most recent Tulane Invitational. But with this game upcoming, we have a couple key players we're going to focus on with Essex Williams, number 2 for the Grambling State Lady Tigers. She's coming in as the team leader in kills with 106 logs for the season. Also with Kai Williams, number 12 for the Lady Tigers, totaling 47 wins, 47 kills of her own. Also, we have Kai Williams coming in with 17 blocks on the season so far. So, Tamaya, with the upcoming game, are there any players for the other team that we're currently looking at?
Oh, yes, of course. So, for the would it be considered the Lady Colonels? But yes, Nicholls State, a couple of girls that I would like to talk about is number 1, Kinley Nano. She happens to be their libero. She knows how to work a court. I'm telling you, she knows how to be everywhere where somebody isn't. And that's very beneficial for this Nicholls team this year. And another young lady I would like to talk about is number 18, Leah Linares Castro. She is an outside hitter, and let me tell you, she knows how to bring some smoke for this Nicholls team this year. She has 95 kills so far in the season. And look, Grambling has to work hard. Nicholls has to work hard. Yeah. Nicholls has to work hard today, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, these teams got a little bit of history already playing on the 5th of this month, September 5th. Unfortunately, the Lady Tigers dropped that matchup on a sets 3-1 in favor of Nicholls. Overall, we had lost 1-4 for the sets. Well, overall, after playing that game, Grambling dropped to 1-4 and Nicholls improved to 2-1. Throughout those games and match sets, we struggled to find a consistent offense, only converting on 27% of our hits. Is there anything specific from that past matchup that we had that you can see? Also coming in throughout that game, we had 16. It was a tight-knit game with the Lady Tigers and our Colonels. 16 tie scores and 5 lead changes throughout that game. And throughout those 5 lead changes, we've seen our Lady Tigers really show a strong defensive effort, including some solid digs from Bourne and Allen to keep the pressure.
And we'll be right back after this break.
And welcome back to the game. Right now we are about to serve off with our Lady Tigers versus the Lady Colonels. Coming into this game, we have our Colonels coming in with a 5-5 overall record, and our Lady coming in with the 1-game win streak off their most recent game. And then we have Grambling State Volleyball coming in off their Tulane Invitational. Well, unfortunately, we didn't have our best showing, but Tamaya, so with a little bit of a recap on how that went for us.
A little bit about this Nicholls team is the past couple of seasons they have finished second. So they have a couple of consecutive good wins underneath their belt, underneath head coach Rima. So I assume that I'm assuming that these ladies are looking to try to upset the Lady Tigers at home, huh?
And the Lady Colonel serves it off to the Lady Tigers. With the first point going to our Lady Colonels. And number 10 for the Lady Colonels is serving it to the Lady Tigers. With the spike from the Colonels, sending it back towards the Tiger side. And Tigers with their first point of the match.
You know, we see Essence Allen back there in the back row, but she knows how to show out in any position that she happens to be playing.
Man, leading this Grambling Lady Tiger team, and most of the statistical stats for this volleyball, you can see she is a difference maker out here for this Lady Tigers team.
Especially being a grad student, looking for, you know, so the older girls actually helps a lot with the team.
Yeah, you can really see that maturity. You can see that maturity and that veteran experience really coming out there and helping the team set the tone for the upcoming season.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
As the point goes to the Lady Colonels.
This Lady Tigers
looking to shake back from the most recent performance in the Tulane Invitational. After their most recent performance in the Tulane Invitational, we see our Lady Tigers looking to shake back against this Lady Colonel team. Is there any insight you can give us on the game, on a recap of how that Invitational went for us tomorrow?
Oh, yes, of course. So in the Invitational, this Lady Tigers team, you know, the stats, you have to think about it. Yeah, they're stats, but we weren't actually there watching them. And, of course, these Lady Tigers, I say show out, but unfortunately they fell all 3 games. But they know how to play. They know how to rally. A couple people that you had to have looked out for was, of course, Essence Allen, who ended the tournament with many plentiful kills. Let me tell you that.
Man.
She of course, this was over the span of 3 games, but ended with 27 kills. How crazy is that? Another person that you have to watch out for who can hit the ball, who can spike it, is Madison Reagans. 13, ended the weekend with 13. Kai Williams.
Man.
Do we even need to say anything?
That's another impact player for us. With Essence Allen bringing in those 27 kills, she's almost averaging all the kills for us as a game as we bring in 9 a game for Grambling Tigers. You can see Allen's impact immediately.
But, you know, I think this Lady Tigers team, something that's really good, it's not just Essence Allen. You have Kai Williams. You have almost everybody on the team. Lauren Bourne. You have, let me see, Kenya Sykes. I can't begin to talk about those young ladies too as well.
Sitting here all day trying to list everybody.
Of course. Let me tell you, Coach Page, she definitely did her thing in the transfer portal recruiting for this Lady Tigers team this year.
Got our tag team with Paige Phillips and Paige Shaw. It seems like you got Paige in that coaching staff, you can get it done.
Oh, yeah.
As we have the Lady Colonels currently leading 5-2 for the first set. We see the Tigers keeping these rallies going a decent amount of time.
What did I tell you, Essence Allen? Again.
with Essence Allen with the kill.
We're good.
As the Lady Tigers are looking to serve, we currently have Anna Zing back there. She sends it towards the middle. And the point Grambling off of Anna's serve with the attempted block from our Lady Colonels, fortunately unsuccessful and unable to convert on the block, leads to the Grambling point. Grambling closes that Colonel lead to 4-5. And with the big serve from number 12 for the Lady Colonels, it brings the ball back to their side as they extend the lead 6-4.
You know, the Lady Tigers fell to this Nicholls team, last week or so. One thing that they obviously have on their shoulders is we just lost to them. And now they're coming into our house, our home, for home court advantage. Of course, we're going to do everything in our power, actually, to compete, to win, to beat them.
And compete we are. Currently, like you mentioned, we're currently undefeated at home, 2-0. So if we can get it done anywhere, we know how to defend our home turf. With the Tigers on a successful defensive play to bring the ball back to their side of them.
You know, we talked about the Tulane Invitational that took place this past weekend, and Essence Allen, she earned herself a spot on the all-tournament team at that Invitational, which, of course, is huge for Grambling, and of course, it's huge for not only Essence Allen but for her teammates, because Essence Allen just brought so many eyes to Grambling. If you already weren't watching them, listening, looking,
of course.
It definitely does something.
She truly is that difference maker for us. You can see when she's out there, you can feel the energy and the change of it and how it really truly helps dictate the flow of the game for us.
Oh, absolutely. And she's definitely one to continue to keep watching this season.
With the point for Grambling's current point for Grambling's third, making the current score 6-9 for the Lady Colonels. Grambling State's Dylan Hostix is currently serving. With the serve error, point goes to the Lady Colonels, extending the lead to 10-6.
You know, earlier this season we talked to Coach Paige Phillips, that is the head coach, and she mentioned that she wants her team to find their identity. And you know, honestly, I think they might have found it. Of course, but I
traded in the right track with that.
Who am I to them? But I definitely think that this Lady Tigers team works hard day in and day out, and this is something that they are looking forward to passing to other classes, of course. So yes, they are going to take pride in wanting to build a bond with their sisters.
And you really can, which is a much needed aspect of our volleyball team, especially with the turbulent last few years we've had with the differences and the different changes we've seen without the team and really finding their identity and coming together. We see this new look and how this team is really starting to round out before SWAC play.
Oh yeah, of course, but also like
with the big block for the Grambling State Tigers to extend the rally, they send it back to the Lady Colonel side. With the spike for the Lady Colonels, point to the Colonels, extending their lead to 12-6.
So, Cleve, what are a couple things that you see from this Lady Tigers volleyball team today that you're liking the flow of it? Of course, yes, we're 6 points down, but 6 points. Who cares about 6 points? The Lady Tigers can make that in any time. So, what do you think?
Like you said, with the 6 points, just as quickly as we lost them, we can get those back. So we're not too worried about the score, but I am liking to see the energy from our Lady Tigers. We're giving up a couple of those points and just coming off of some serving errors where we might just be getting it outside of the box and a little too hard, Seeing those weight rooms, the attributes of that coming in, but really seeing how them Lady Tigers is getting those hands up and making sure we're getting those blocks in, is helping defend it, and making sure the Colonels aren't getting any easy points, but any easy spikes or just dig straight down to the ground. Really like seeing the energy to help extend the rallies. There's not too many quick points out here, not too many plays where it's just a serve and well, not a bucket. I'm still stuck in basketball season, but just a serve and a point, but more they're extending the play for real. What about you? Anything specific you seeing?
We talk about extending the play, extending the ball in air, and I definitely think that this Lady Tigers team does a really good job with doing that. No matter who their opponent is, whoever comes across the court to them, they're going to give you a run for your money, especially if it's at home.
And with the spike for the Lady Colonels, the score is currently 12-6. You see the set for the Colonels, sending it back. And point for the Grambling State Tigers. The score is currently 7-12, still in favor of the Colonels. Sorry for the misspeak. Currently, like we just mentioned, we're seeing our Tigers fight back. Those 6 points we mentioned losing, already bringing it down. That's one off the board, 5 more to go.
And that's all it is, chipping to the next point.
That is one of the beautiful things about the game of volleyball. You truly do get that next play, next moment. You always got that other opportunity to keep it going. As Leticia. The Lady Tigers set it. They send it back to the Colonel side, who is preparing it for the spike, and the block by the Tigers. Point for Grambling State University, bringing that lead down to 4. Score is 8-12 in favor of the Colonels. As we have the set for Leticia. She is currently one of the best on the Lady Tigers for digs, second on the team, coming in with 70 on the season so far. Seeing this Grambling State team, really seeing the energy get brought up a little bit, hearing the sideline chants and everybody getting into it.
Oh, yeah. But, we heard them before the game, like when they were warming up and everything. I was like, oh, whoa, wow.
Remind you a little bit of the softball days, didn't it?
Maybe just a little bit, huh?
As the Colonels take that last point, extending the game score to 13-9. Serve still Tigers. With the block for the Lady Tigers, sending it back to the Colonel side, and the spike for the Colonels. And the Tigers unable to save the ball. And point for the Lady Colonels, 14-9, still in favor of the Colonels. As we switch sides to send it to the Lady Colonel side, we have number 1 for the Colonel serving it. She sends it to the Grambling side. A little bit too much steam on it. Point to Grambling State University, 14-10 in favor of the Colonels.
I think the Lady Tigers have taken a lot of consideration in accepting those free points that the opponent gives them, like the serves, missing. It's just all things like that they take advantage of.
Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. As soon as you say it, Grambling State with a free point, cut that lead down to 3, 11-14. Like you said, you can really see Grambling State starting to get more into control of the tempo of the game. You see the Colonels are very strong at their spikes, really sending that ball down, but
that's when this Grambling Tigers team does. This is when they thrive. This is when they strive. Is when they are in control of the game, and of course their tit for tat now, but they're trying to win the battle right now.
Yeah, that is just that weird space of limbo where you're going back and forth, give and take with your opponent, but when you're down like the Tigers are, that's not where you want to be. With
And
that
there she goes
beautiful
again.
with that beautiful hit by the Lady Tigers to bring the lead down to 3, to extend that score to 12-15 in favor of the Colonels. As we have a pause in play currently. With a substitution for the Lady Tigers, bringing in Anna Zink, number 9, to serve.
This Tigers team has so much depth, and I applaud Coach Paige Phillips for the off season that she just had. Of course, these ladies would love to be in a Grambling uniform, and look, they're thriving in it.
Yeah, who wouldn't want that G on their chest?
Who wouldn't want the G on their chest?
With the and point for Grambling, cutting that lead down to 2. And the score is now 13-15 for the Lady Tigers.
We mentioned that 2-way invitational, and Madison Reagan, who just got that point for Grambling, ended the weekend with 13 kills. She is starting to shine
Going
today.
out there with a kill list, you would have thought. With the serve from Leticia, she dropped down, and you let that ball go out and point Grambling. That's the thing about volleyball. You really got to get comfortable, stay patient, because it truly is a game of runs. As you've seen, Grambling started off a little bit slower, came
But
back,
it never
let
lasts
the tempo
long.
control it. That lead's cut down to 14-15. In essence, with that save, the quick reaction time to send it back to the Colonel side, but to tie it up, we bring it in 15-15. Ooh. As we see our Lady Tigers fought all the way back. That 6-point lead we tried to tell you about, it was not safe, and it's completely gone now. We have our Tigers and the Colonels all tied up at 15 apiece. After seeing that quick stretch of Grambling offense and dominance, what were some of the key points that you saw, Tamaya, that helped change and flip the score?
What would I do differently for the defense or for the offense?
What were some of your the points of emphasis that helped cut down that lead?
That helped cut down the lead. Like we said, the free points that Nicholls just gave Grambling. What I don't shoot the messenger, but it might have been 2 or 3. That helped cut down the lead. Not to mention they had, a couple right before that. So like I said, Grambling is loving the free points, and they are going to continue to love the free points that the Colonels give them today, because look at it, 15-15, home court. They just lost to Nicholls when they traveled.
Yeah.
Not to mention Nicholls is 0-2 on the road.
Yeah.
So we have to see how this turns out today.
We have to. We got a couple streaks on the line. Grambling's trying to defend
Got
that,
a couple
keep that
streaks
home,
on the line.
keep that home streak of undefeated 2-0, and Nicholls trying to extend that Nicholls. With the Grambling serve to send it back. Grambling extends the rally. Nicholls saves it with the set. And point goes to Nicholls as they regain the lead 16-15 off the error from the Grambling State Lady Tigers.
You know, of course, we mentioned the free points that Nicholls is giving them, but that doesn't amount to how hard it is going to be for both of these teams to beat each other.
Yeah.
So think about that. Nicholls is, Nicholls is giving up a couple serves here and there. Yes, of course, Grambling is giving up a couple serves here and there, but it's not going to be easy. If it was easy, everybody would play volleyball.
Literally. I would love a D1 scholarship for this. Love one. As we see the out call for Grambling State, and that's that kind of that key part of volleyball that can be a little tricky. If you let it, the other team can beat you, but if you're not careful, you will beat yourself playing out here. You see a couple of errors for Nicholls in a row. Unable to just a routine serve right there. Unable to get it over the net.
And now it makes it 17-16. Grambling is up. The free points, I'm telling you, it helps. Either side, of course, but in this in this case, it's for Grambling. So, of course, we love it.
Just immediately let the game just it's like we're playing a game of cat and mouse.
You know, we talk about Essence Allen and how great she is, but we don't mention the eye she has for the court. Earlier, you saw how she literally just dropped one right over the blockers. That is a beautiful eye, and I already know she was thinking about it almost 3 plays back before it even happened.
Man.
Like, she has a great eye for this court. I don't know if it's a Grambling thing or if, I don't know, I'm not sure.
Of course, we would love to say that's a G thing.
Duh,
but
because it is a G thing.
I would love to assume she did cultivate that here at Grambling State University, but seeing just how Essence plays the game and just her instincts almost out there on the floor,
Very
it almost
talented.
looks just instinctive, just reactive.
Very talented.
You don't really have to think about it too much, just being in the right place at the right time, making a play. As we see the Colonels preparing to serve, they currently lead 19-18. Kyra Morton sends it to the Grambling side. And a little bit too much steam on that spike for the Grambling State Tigers as that point goes to the Colonels, extending their lead to 20-18.
When Madison Reagans gets going, I'm telling you, she does not stop. Lauren Bourne is one of those two.
There it is. Too much heat on it from the Grambling Tigers and unable to send it back for the Colonels. Grambling gets that point, cut the lead down to 1. Score now is 19-20 for the Colonels. Watching this game currently, we talk a lot about the Tigers. Are there any players on the Colonel side that you have seen recently that have caught your eye throughout this game so far?
Yes, of course. So one of them would have to be Kyra Morton. She is one of the middle blockers for this Colonel team, and she's caught a couple of Essence Allen's balls, which
Man.
you know we're an Essence fan over here.
Man, it
So
hurt
of
a little
course
bit to
it
say
kind
it,
of
but I
sparked
know.
a fire underneath me, but no, I'm kidding. Yes, Morton is a great blocker. She is one that you are definitely going to have to get the ball around if you want to win. When you win, that is definitely something to be happy about. And another one to look out for is number 14, Blingsley. She, powerful. She is definitely one who you have to see to know. I don't know. It's fire every time she swings. It's fire every time she puts the ball down.
No, I have to agree. Number 14 has been everywhere. As it served directly to her, you see, she's a vocal point of their offense and defensive style. Just a real cornerstone of this Nicholls' team. Seeing them running a lot of sets and action through her on this floor, and also just Grambling really trying to attack that side. So it's interesting to see how active she is and to see her keep this momentum throughout the game. As the Colonels serve it to send it to the Grambling side, currently leading 22-20.
An eye for the court, I tell you, every single time Essence Allen sees a play 3 plays before it happens. She does it every single time.
Man, just that pretty touch too. It's like just that perfect combination to put, just knowing right where to put it and put just enough heat on it so it can go right to where you need it.
She's gonna do it.
Man,
She's
every
gonna do
time.
it.
As we see our Lady Tigers cut the lead down to 1, scoring now 21. As they tie it up with the spike.
Kenya Sykes. She is also one that you need to get the ball from. She ended the weekend this past weekend at the Tulane Invitational with 6 kills over 3 games, but you can't tell me that she was not swinging every
Man.
single time.
Almost had to duck how hard she was swinging on this side. As the score is 22-22. Currently all tied up between the Lady Tigers. With that quick point for the Colonels, we see them take the lead back 23-22. As Castro serves it for the Colonels. Our Lady Tigers unable to handle the block from the Colonels. Extends the lead now 24-22 for the Colonels. Timeout for the Lady Tigers. As we're reaching that point in the game, well, not in the game, in the set, we're now at the 24-22 mark in favor of the Colonels. Anything you saw in this last and first match that you specifically liked from either side?
For either side, I'm pretty sure the fans know exactly who I'm going to go to, but no, I'm going to leave Essence Allen out of this one this time. I would definitely have to go with Kai Williams. She is just, I can't even say just as powerful as Essence Allen, because I feel like they both are out of this world every single time they go up to the line, go up to the net to swing. Kai Williams is one to watch. She is one who will definitely put this Grambling team out there. She knows how to play. Let me just say that. She knows how to play every single position if she had to. And she knows how to be athletic. What about you, Cleve?
I have to agree. But being devil's advocate for us currently, watching the Lady Colonels though, number 10, Terrell. She has been a force out here, getting her hands on just about every ball she can on defense, making sure she's getting it done and getting her impact.
This is
Terrell coming in on this Colonel team on the second leader in kills with 66 on the season, and really it really help dictate this Colonel offense, not just being the second in kills, but also second in kills right behind Kinley with 91 kills of her own. So Terrell is keeping that trend going of being an impact player for this Colonel team. As we see the Tigers with the quick point to cut the lead down to 1, 23-24, still in favor of the Colonels. The Tigers with the quick set and score. Now the game is all tied up at 24 apiece. With that point from the serve from number 9 for the Lady Tigers, Anna Zink. She serves it. Set. As the Tigers rally it, and they score 25-24 for our Grambling State Lady Tigers.
cutting it close. I'm telling you, the Lady Tigers know how to do it.
As the Lady Tigers currently lead 25-24, we see that quick turnaround for our Lady Tigers. Like we guys told you, it's nothing but a game of patience and tempo with volleyball. You give your Tigers a chance, they're going to come back and get that lead.
Please repeat that, I'm sorry.
As our Lady Tigers prepare to close out this first set, currently leading 25-24 with a much-needed win. As the Tigers serve it, we see Beasley with the spike. Ladies Tigers unable to get the slight touch over the net. Our Colonel is tied up 25-25 apiece. Beasley with the quick serve. She sends it to the Tiger side. And the spike for the Tiger regains the lead 26-25.
It might be something about this home court advantage.
Oh, man.
If you ask me.
You just see that skill set coming out of the Lady Tigers.
Oh, yeah.
As they look to close out this first set right here. With the quick give and go. set. And that point goes to the Colonels, 26-26. With this game, we got a nice tip for tat, a little give and go.
No other place to be than home.
Man, right here courtside, who get better seats? As the Colonels spike it, they send it back to the Tigers side. The Tigers continue to rally with the block for the Colonels. Unable to convert it. Last touch by the Colonels. Point to the Tigers. Extends this score to 27-26. Lady Tigers are winning. We got Dylan coming in with the serve. She prepares to send it to the... She sends it to the Colonel side as they prepare to send it back. With the block right off that front line for the Lady Tigers. They're really holding it down as we get that first set win, 28-26 for our Lady Tigers. They completed the comeback, held it down, and now we get ready to switch sides.
But I think that this Lady Tigers team definitely took advantage of their mishaps and the hiccups that they had. So I think they did an outstanding job staying on top, staying up.
And we'll be right back after the break with Tamaya Johnson and me, Cleveland Jones.
Chicken strips.
Ranch buffalo. Monterey Jack cheese.
The Whataburger Buffalo Ranch Chicken Strip Sandwich, a beautiful masterpiece.
What is Grambling? Grambling is growing. It's a community. Grambling is an education. An experience. Grambling is legacy, tradition, and future. What is Grambling? Grambling is all of this and more. Grambling is the place where everybody is somebody.
What's been accomplished up here is amazing.
People are getting care in our communities for health and wellness, to manage chronic disease, and to stay out of the acute care environment.
We have a great new leadership team who improved resources.
I have never seen expansion, quality improvement, access improvement like this in my lifetime.
The growth has been phenomenal.
And welcome back. The State Tigers currently completed that comeback from the first set. We completed that win 28-26. As you see the replay, we currently see our Lady Tigers with the game-winning points.
Dogged it. I'm sorry, guys. I just love watching the replays of this Grambling State Tigers team. Grambling State Tigers up. Lady Carrera to down for Ravens.
And we see these last few plays that help secure that win for our Lady Tigers. Throughout this last matchup, we really got to see our Lady Tigers show their tenacity throughout this last game, don't you think?
A little bit of nastiness out there, huh?
With the stats, we have our Tigers sitting for 17% with 16 kills and 16 assists, along with 3 blocks and 3 service aces and 24 digs. The Nicholls State coming in with 14% hitting, 15 assists, 15 kills, with 2 blocks, 0 service aces, and 21 digs of their own.
The dig battle, I think, is what definitely helped this Grambling State defense. I'm sorry, the digs is what saved the day. Of course, not to mention the hiccups and the free points, but we did enough of that. But They know how to get the ball up. They know how to keep it off of the floor.
Yeah, really doing a good job of maintaining and keeping those rallies. Doing a good job of maintaining and keeping those rallies going and extending those plays to give our players a chance to get under that ball and just make the right play.
I definitely agree.
Yeah, Mr. B done put a headset on.
We see as our Lady Tigers prepare to start the second set, the serve is live and up. With the hit from the Lady Tigers to send it back to the Colonel side, number 14. And the block from our Lady Tigers opens up the second set. First point for our Tigers, 1-0.
These Lady Tigers are, the game progresses, they get more aggressive. And I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing for the opponent or for Grambling.
It's one of those things where it's great to be for Graham, horrible to be playing against them in that moment. With a quick misspoke, our Lady Colonels are currently leading 1-0. With the second point for the Lady Colonels as they prepare to serve. We see kind of a repeat of what we had our last match with the Lady Tigers. Yeah. Colonels coming out, getting some quick and easy points. A little bit of, you see our Tigers have a little problem with the beginning. They come out a little bit slow. See, might have been a little bit more aggressive, though, maybe taking a little bit more risks after that last win they had for the last set. But you see the Colonels being able to capitalize, extend their lead to 2-0. With the smart play from the Tigers, they cut it right back down to 1-0 as we get our first point of the second set.
And, of course, they will.
With too much heat on it from the Lady Colonel, sends it back. And with the mishap and error from the Lady Colonel, sends it back to the Grambling State Tigers as we almost restart the set. 2-2, almost a game of 0-0. It's all evened up and tied. You start to see, just with the save and floater from Essence Allen, just almost a thing of beauty with the touch on it.
I'm sorry, that was a good one. Because it's just like you watch her and it's like, oh my gosh, like I completely understand what you're saying. I'm telling you, I am such an Essence fan. But no, for this Lady Tigers team, she's definitely one who's going to step up and show out.
And it's a presence you always notice on the floor. Seeing her travel from every aspect of the volleyball court. It's almost like she's trying to get those
Kai
steps in.
Williams,
as the Tigers
I told
take the
you.
lead, 3-2.
Kai Williams is definitely the one to do, not to do, I'm sorry. And up there she goes, and it's in between the defender.
See what we're saying? We're giving a lot of shout out and a lot of love to Essence Allen, but it is a complete team effort as the rest of it, with Kai Williams coming in and secure that point for the Lady Tigers and help regain the lead in the second set.
And Renaya Brown, she knows how to play a role in that too. Lauren Bourne, almost everybody on the floor who is a hitter knows how to play a part in the hot seat. But of course, let's not forget our liberos. Letty Carrera knows how to work hard. Dylan Hoskins knows how to work hard. Bella Ade knows how to work hard. These Lady Tigers know how to do it. And setters, of course. I'm sorry, Letty Carrera is a setter. But yes, this Lady Tigers team is working very hard, and it's not even SWAC play. Let's mention that. SWAC play has yet to be started, and this Lady Tigers team they are hot.
It is good to see a team this early
get started this early.
Find themselves really out there. You see the Lady Tiger team being able to make mistakes and come back, already hit that adjustment, and being able to change how they're playing and make those in-game adjustments to help be successful out there on the field.
Court.
As our Lady Tigers lead 5-3 currently. Like you said, though, we are getting used to hearing that number 2 call for the Tigers, Essence Allen. It's almost like a repeat button. with that Grambling Tigers. Those blocks getting it done. That front line holding it down extends the lead 6-3. Between the touch on the floating, the blocks on the dig, what would you have to say is your favorite aspect of our team?
The Grambling State Lady Tigers.
Just the whole thing?
All around. This
whole...
team is so fun watching them and actually seeing what they can produce with new faces. Let me say that. Of course, with a couple returners, but as many new faces, you never would think that it would be this in tune. And we will be right back after this break.
What is Grambling? Grambling is growing. It's a community. Grambling is an education, an experience. Grambling is legacy, tradition, and future. What is Grambling? Grambling is all of this and more. Grambling is the place where everybody is somebody.
Building champions for life didn't just happen overnight. Since 1920, the Southwestern Athletic Conference, SWAC, has been in the forefront in leadership and excellence in all our athletic programs. There are very few major sports halls of fame that a SWAC athlete is not a member. Hall of Fame coaches who were stewards and mentors to these elite athletes. Our tradition, our distinction, our legacy. We are the SWAC, building champions for life.
Welcome back to the AC. You are here with Tamaya Johnson and Cleveland Jones. Our Lady Tigers are currently winning and leading 7-3. Bring it in as we complete the serve to send it to the Colonel's side. They set it in the block for the Lady Tiger. A little bit too much heat on it. Sends it back to the Colonels. They get the points. Cut the lead down 7-4.
I hate to say it, but I'll take that. I will take a strong block by Kyle Williams and Renaya Brown almost any day. I don't know what anybody else thinks.
Of course.
I'm sorry, by Kenya Sykes.
Of course, if it ends like that, hey, I'll take it too, you know. You're okay giving up those kind of points when somebody's trying, give a little too much effort. Because like we see, give a little too much, get it right back. As a Tigers, get that point immediately back. To extend the lead to 8-4. We have our number 9, Anna, currently serving. She sends it. And the Colonel's able to keep it in. That point stays with the Lady Colonels as they cut the lead down 8-5 now. And the with this back and forth match between the Lady Tigers and our Lady Colonels, you can really see how important tempo and pace has within a volleyball game. This give and take aspect of it between the blockers and the liberos or our outside hitters.
It's fierce. The fight is fierce today, especially between these two teams. And the Tigers, they are going to scratch to win, and I'm telling you, and they do it as safely as possible and as clean cut as possible.
Man, sometimes, as you see, you gotta get a little bit dirty to get that.
I would say, wait, maybe a little nasty by the way that a couple of these hitters come in. This might be a little bit nasty, but
man, it seems like our front line heard you with the little collision under the net right there.
They know how to get the job done. This Lady Tigers team gets the job done.
As we
especially at home.
Man, hey, we got it done every time. Undefeated currently. But unable to get it done on that last play. The Colonels took that point, cutting that lead down to 10-6. As Esther sends it back to the Colonel's side, we see the Colonels prepared to send it. That block for the Lady Tigers.
That's a great up.
With the great attack. Spike for the Colonels. Quick tug for the Tigers, sends it back as the rally continues for the Tigers.
Kenya Sykes,
Point.
I'm telling you, she knows how to play the court.
Yeah, seeing everybody getting their steps in for the day easily. And the Tigers get that point 11-6.
And then back in is Renaya Brown for Kenya Sykes, who I accidentally mistaken Kenya Sykes for not too long ago. I'm sorry, everybody.
As the Tigers serve. That libero getting put to work out here. And the Colonels, too much heat on that spike with the successful attack. Cut that lead down 11-7. As the Colonels, number 10, Terrell prepares for serve. You're really starting to see that front line get more involved with the players like number 14 for the Colonels starting to float around, really get more involved but not just attacking or blocking. You're also seeing the setups and assists. As the Tigers take that point with the quick serve era to extend the lead 12-7. Throughout this at the 12-7 point, Tigers serve. So far watching this section match, what do you say is the key difference between this match and the Tigers coming out with the lead than the last match or the last set?
I think the difference is the Tigers came out in front this set, and I think that they will continue to take advantage of that, specifically that. When they are ahead early, of course anybody's going to be more successful. So that is what they do. They get ahead, or they make you get them ahead, and they work. They will work you.
Man, and that front line is working right now as the Tigers with another successful block extending the lead 14-7. No, I completely agree with you, Tamaya. The Tigers, you can see once they set that tone, is really hard to tell them anything.
Once they set the tone is set. And I think it's very dangerous.
Because, man, once they got that lead, it's looking like it's no going back. As the Colonels still showing a little bit of fight with the quick attack and point serve. Well, no, with the quick attack and score for the Colonels. Cutting that lead down to 6 now, 14-8.
What is something, let me say this. You asked me,
of course,
what did I love about this set so far? What is something you've noticed that has helped either side of this game today?
Well, starting with the Lady Tigers, of course, because, I mean, you got to, home team. With the great spike for the Lady Colonels, putting the ball impossible for the libero, a little too much heat on it as she sends it back out of bounds. The Colonels get that point, cutting the lead down 14-9. As the Colonels prepare to serve it, they send it to the Lady Tiger side. But as it's set, like you just seen from Kyle Williams, I will have to say, like you asked Tamaya, my favorite part I have seen is the touch that's been putting on the ball throughout the game. Instead of just, when you think about volleyball, for the basic fan, you think about the spikes and you want to see the kills, you want to see it real hard. But when you see that little touch on it, put a little finesse on it, just send it over to the net real quick, you think it's going hard,
dump
then it's
or
real
something
soft.
here and there. It's definitely the details for both sides that has made the difference.
It really shows the more skillful aspect of the game. I feel like anybody could jump high and hit the ball as hard as possible.
But the eye for the court is definitely what gets it.
Come on now. As the Lady Tigers show us what a great defense looks like with the block and the setup to score for the Tigers, extending the lead to 16-9 now. You can really see that.
The Lady Tigers
touch
are working
is really starting
today.
to get to the Colonels. The Tigers really putting the ball in the right spot, giving the Colonels weird angles to send it back out and try and get that attacking hit. Unsuccessful when you got a front line that dominant. With that point, unfortunately, like we said, those Lady Tigers then got more aggressive this game. They can't be good and bad. That time, unfortunately, hurt us, though. That block got a little bit too much heat on it, sent it out of bounds. With the spike, too much for the Colonels, extending the lead 17-10. Man, tomorrow it's getting hot out here. As there's a current momentary stop as the Tigers prepare to serve the ball and send it back. The score is currently 17-10 in favor of the Lady Tigers. With the set and the spike with the block. As the Tigers take that point off of the spike from Kai Williams, a familiar
Another
name
look
for
at
this
that play
national.
right here. I'm telling you, you need to keep the ball. Well, hold on, let me say this. If you're on defense, you need to keep the ball away from Kai Williams, whether it either being her blocking, her hitting, or her just passing the ball. One person for this team that I definitely think is doing an amazing job is, of course, along with many others, let me say, of course, is Kai Williams.
Of course. It's a team effort. Though.
Oh, yeah, and this Lady Tigers team, they work hard. Another point that the Lady Tigers earned. Something, the blocks. The blocks is what will help this Lady Tigers team. And you see Essence Allen got a little bit into that one. And, of course, Kai Williams. Of course. Why would you jump? Why would you jump with Kai Williams? He's so serious right now. She is a force to be reckoned with, but so is everybody else on the court with her today. And who's supporting them and in a jersey at that. This Tigers team is working together. They're striving, and they're going to do so well.
Man, and like that replay showed, you really seeing that front line doing well, too. Them blocks. You know I'm biased to the big fellas, whether it's football, basketball, volleyball. That those people in the dirt and that trench is holding it down, those are the ones I can relate to the most. They
keep the ball
really
away from the front line.
Maintain and extend this lead that we currently have 18-10 with the Tigers serve. And the hit from Terrell. With the misspoke, Bensley, number 14 for the Colonels, was with the successful spike and the unsuccessful block from the Tigers. Cut the lead down to 18-11. Kai Williams set. And the Colonels able to block and send it back to the Tigers side. Couldn't handle the spike from the Tigers. Extends the lead 19-11 for Grambling State University.
You know, we mentioned a lot of great hitters for this Grambling State team, and number 23, Lauren Bourne, is one of them, who is on the back row doing her thing today, and or at this moment, let me say that. And of course, when she's on the front row, like we said, that front line is, keep the ball away from them, please. Don't even spike. Don't do anything for that front line to touch the ball.
This is somebody, when you're talking about number 23 Bourne, you have to know you're talking about the second leader in kills on this team and the leader in digs on this team, getting it done on the offensive and defensive side. If she's near that ball, something dangerous can happen with it.
But also, how many of these Lady Tigers aren't dangerous? I'll wait.
We'll be here all day trying to find a name. As the Tigers get another point, extending the lead 21-11.
And they are fired up. Of course, I don't know if you can hear them or see them, but this Lady Tigers team is fired up now.
Man, you can really start to feel the atmosphere and the energy in here changing as the Tigers really start to extend and take off. You see they really protecting that home court advantage. With Essence with the quick tap back. And the block, that front line.
And they continue to do what they do. 22-11. Dangerous. I'm speechless. They're dangerous.
Man, might need to get them on the football team the way they're blocking.
Stop it. They are lovely ladies. Stop it, Cleveland.
As the lead is 22-11 for the Lady Tigers. With the high save and the quick block for that front man.
And we are fired up again. I don't know what can stop this Lady Tigers team today.
At this point, we need to go to KGRM, get the little soundboard ready, just get that front line block, get the sound. Just throw a repeat.
Or glass breaking or something.
Getting it done as they prepare to serve 23-11. Anna sends it for the Tigers. The Colonel set it. Tigers set. Essence go gets it with the light touch.
An eye for the court, I tell you, every single time. Essence Allen sees something 3 plays before she even does it. I don't know how she does it. And look, she's over to the side and nobody is there. The eye for the court Essence Allen has is something so good.
Essence almost could have played for World Fame the way she's conducting right now. As the Tigers lead 24-11. They set it, continuing the rally with the... As the Colonel shake back, they get it back to the Tigers side. And the quick
I'll take
response.
it. I will take it because you have to think, if somebody is coming towards you swinging hard, you better be ready for it right back. And of course, unfortunately, that did not happen this play, but I will take the effort and everything about that play. But of course, I'm not a head coach. I'm sorry.
Just our Lady Tigers showing as they might feel when we have plays like that to finish off the set, 25-12. That play before just showed that human aspect, as they might look like superheroes out there, but they still got those kinks in the armor a little bit that we trying to work out for swag play. But as we see, our Lady Tigers get it done and ended off that set, 25-12. All right, Tamara, going into this, what could possibly be the last one. Right before, though, we're going to take you out to a break.
What's been accomplished up here is amazing.
People are getting care in our communities for health and wellness, to manage chronic disease, and to stay out of the acute care environment.
We have a great new leadership team who improved resources.
I have never seen expansion, quality improvement, access improvement like this in my lifetime.
The growth has been phenomenal.
And welcome back to the AC. You are here with Cleveland Jones and Tamaya Johnson. Coming in to what hopefully, if our Tigers can knock it down and get it done, will be the last set of the day. Right now, at 2-zip on the day. Watching this replay at one of the last plays and coming in, we see Kai Williams getting that kill to help secure the win for us. Looking at these last 2 sets was one of your key points of focus coming into the last match.
A couple of key points of focus, of course, would have to be if you're Nicholls looking at this, keep the ball away from Kai Williams, of course, Essence Allen, and another person to watch out for would have to be Kenya Sykes. They are very dangerous on the court, and of course, for the other side, for Nicholls, if you're Grambling, I would keep the ball away from the middle blocker, number 5, Kyra Morton, and I would keep it away from number 18, I believe. Is number 18, Leah Linares Castro. She is killing the ball tonight, and that's who I would have to say you have to keep the ball away from. For the key points, I'm sorry.
Most likely, if I'm looking at that Nicholls team, if I'm the Grambling State Tigers trying to secure that win, we want to get up out of here, I'm gonna have to say I got to keep my eye on number 10 and number 14. Those really seem like the difference makers for that Nicholls team, really helping keeping them in the game when they need to play to help get it done. Like we see our Grambling State Tigers coming in, we're hitting 26% with 30 kills and 30 assists on the night and 31 kills. Our Grambling State Tigers have 8 blocks and 3 service aces with 44 digs. Nicholls State currently .07 hitting percentage with 25 assists and kills, 3 blocks, 0 service aces still, and 37 digs on the night.
I definitely think the kills to block ratio for both of these teams is what is helping and setting them back. Of course, for the Grambling side, that is what is helping them. You're getting Kenya Sykes up there. You're getting Kai Williams. You're getting the front line, like we continue to keep saying. You're getting the front line up and in their face, and they can't get around it. Nicholls' offense cannot get the ball around the front line. So, of course, Grambling is going to continue to put the best front line that Nicholls has ever seen, and they're going to compete, and that's exactly what they're doing today.
Man, the best front line that Nicholls has ever seen. You like the sound of that one right
You
there.
see?
Yeah.
You see, it's a Grambling thing.
Man, that G stands for more than just Grambling. We also say greatness, too.
Grave Nicholls. No
Coming
way,
into
bro.
this last set, like we were saying earlier, I will say the players to watch for this last set, hopefully, would have to be number 10.
You know, we speak with Essence Allen. I speak with Essence Allen a couple days ago, and I just asked her, as a grad student for this Lady Tigers team, how do you cherish that, and how do you motivate your team? And she said, you take the time to get to know who you're playing beside, who you're playing with, and who you're playing for. So I don't know. I think that Essence Allen is definitely part of restoring the order that Grambling is continues to talk about, that you continue to hear, that you continue to see. She's definitely one of the ones who does that.
Man, not just one of the ones. She's one
She
of one.
is the one.
She's one of one, clearly, at Grambling.
She is the two, actually, if you will. She is the two. But no, Essence Allen is definitely a competitor. She is definitely a star, along with many other stars on this Grambling State volleyball team.
Of course, in our solar system, Essence is one of our brightest stars out here shining. As we see the Grambling State Tigers coming out with that same tenacity that helped them win the first set, as the Colonels served it and get it started for that third set.
Aggressive. I'm telling you, the hustle that this Grambling State team gives, it's hard to get around it. It's hard to get the ball on the floor for them. Unfortunately, of course, they got that one, but I will take it. It's hard ups and hard downs from the people that you need to get the ball away from for Nicholls.
Well, honestly, looking at the game trends for the last two sets, seeing how Nicholls have come out with the quick 2-0 leads, and seeing how Grambling has turned it around and got the win each time, you almost want Nicholls to start off up 2-0 if it's going to have the same outcome as had before. You see Grambling like to feel a little bit of pressure on them, not want to come out, keep it a little interesting.
And like we said, you've seen Lauren Bourne in the front line. You've seen Lauren Bourne in the back. Where can she be stopped? I'm not understanding where you can stop her.
With just that, just a little beautiful touch on that serve. You see,
touch. That's the word of the day.
You see more people going for the more typical harder serve, trying to get it to that back corner. You see, just that nice touch on it, barely get it over the net. Help Grambling get their first point of the set. Helping extend our lead to 3-1 now.
I think Lauren Bourne's nickname for this game would definitely be Miss Touch. She has the touch that Grambling is using to their benefit tonight.
That golden touch, that Midas touch, my fault.
It's definitely the Michael Jordan number. No, I'm just kidding. She is an amazing player herself, not because of her number, of course. But yes, she is definitely going to keep putting up the numbers. Like we said again, because we aren't even in conference SWAC play yet.
With the hustle from the Nicholls libero, putting it all on the line for that point, and it pays off as Nicholls ties it up 3-3 for the set. Really seeing Nicholls really trying to pull out all the stops after going down 2-0 in the set and the matches. You see they're really starting to turn it up and really putting it all on the line for this game. As that serve goes straight to Essence, Grambling sends it back to the Colonel side. Terrell with the save for the Colonels. They send it back, and too much. The libero for the Tigers unable to send back as the point goes to the Colonels.
We got a little conversation over here happening between Carrera and the official.
You know, sometimes you just got to slow the game down.
I'm not sure what that was about, but of course.
Slow it down a little bit, get a little refresher for your team. Like, all right, let's talk this over a little bit, guys. You can't see. This is usually what you do see with teams like what Grambling did, hopped out with a two-set lead. You see the Colonels coming out with a different level of hunger as the Tigers had before. You see, they're really starting to show us we didn't come just to play now.
Oh, of course not. And you're on our home court. So, of course, we're going to show a little teeth.
Trying to get their first win on the road. Currently leading in this set 6-3. A place Grambling State Tigers have not been, they're not unfamiliar with throughout these last 3 sets. Going down this much is not something new to us, but we don't stay down. Excited to see the turnaround and what will be that initiator or that ignite.
I think the Lady Tigers are too in love with the game to let that distinct. If they're gonna run or are they gonna buck up? I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
Looking at the flow of this set, seen a couple of the serves. Well, you're seeing some pretty decent rallies from both teams, extending it and getting a good time. But just that front line for the Tigers not being able to convert some of those blocks as before. What do you think is the key for this set to help turn it around and get that momentum back on the Tiger side?
I think the Lady Tigers are going to have to be just as aggressive or more aggressive than they were in the past couple of sets. And this is a replay. And of course, the Lady Tigers are going to have to eliminate a couple of the mental mistakes, the mental errors that they continue to have, and they're going to have to continue to keep hustling. On the other side, Nicholls, they're hustling. They want this set. They don't want the game to be over yet. Let me say that. They're hustling and they're trying to ruin the 2-0 home court advantage that the Lady Tigers has.
Man, we're really starting to see those. Really starting to see that tide turn a little bit. So
tip over right.
Can't tell if the Tigers are they got a little bit comfortable or just lost a little bit of that fire. But looking at this set, where do you think will be that spark plug for the Tigers? Do you think it'll come from serving? Do you think it'll come from that blocking? Or you feel like we're going to call on number 2, Essence Allen, and let her get it done?
No, I think this Lady Tigers team right now is going to lean on the blocks that they are looking to get, or they will be getting. I think Renaya Ron is definitely going to play a big part in that. That's what I'm thinking. I think that's going to who's going to spark the fire for this Grambling State team right now.
I'd have to completely agree as the Colonels bring us back to the 3rd set. They currently lead 7-3 over our Lady Tigers. You see the libero sets it up for our front line. That Colonels front line getting those blocks down as they have been this set for another point. Almost look like a mirror image of what they're recreating that offense and defense that we had that last few sets, extending their lead 8-3.
They're being aggressive.
Who do y'all want to interview?
As a quick little break within the game, as we prepare for our Colonels to serve, they currently lead 9-3 over our Lady Tigers. Colonels going on a quick little stretch here. I think scoring, if I'm correct, 6 points in a row as Kai Williams with the spike to bring us back. That might be that spark that we talked about earlier. Not an unfamiliar name for the announce table. Somebody we're very comfortable with. Kyle Williams getting Grambling their 4th point of the match as we prepare to send it back to the Colonel side. As Kai Williams, the name we are used to, might have gotten started now with 2 points in a row.
Yeah, I don't know. I think a couple of our favorites are back in the game. Of course, one is Kai Williams, who sets fire to any ball that she touches on the front line. And she is accompanied by Kenya Sykes.
Like you said, we just needed that spark plug.
What can you do about this Lady Tigers team right now?
All it takes is one thing, and now they've been racked off 3 points in a row. With the Colonels with a strong spike from their outside hitter. As Kai sends it back over that front line, straight to the ground. Nice kill for Williams.
Play, of course, again. Kai Williams. Don't jump.
Still got dunked on. Oh my God. As the lead is cut to 2 points, 9-7 in the Lady Colonel's favor still. Kai with a little touch, changing it up. As the outside hitter for the Lady Colonels was able to find that back corner right there to help extend their lead 10-7.
We'll give it to him. We don't care.
Can't really give it. She took it right there at that point. But Lady Colonels prepared to serve it. Leah Castro helped getting it done for the Colonels. As it's set, Essence puts it up. What looked like too much for the Colonels with a beautiful save turned out.
One to keep the ball away from is Miss Essence Allen herself. Don't jump because she will do it for you, and she comes out on top.
Man,
almost
seen it all
every
day.
single time.
We have seen it all day.
I haven't seen all of anything because we still have a third set. So no, keep the people here, Cleve. Keep your people here. And of course, one of our very own Lady Tigers back to serve, Anna Zink.
If you remember earlier in the last 2 sets when Anna had her beautiful run with the serves, the Lady Tigers were able to rack off a good 6 to 7 almost consecutive points for our Lady Tigers team. So with Anna back there, that is someone we'd like to see
Who you
back
want
there
to see right
for
now.
our team.
That is definitely, I'm agreeing, I'm sorry. That is definitely somebody who you want to see serving for the Lady Tigers. You're down a couple points. You're on your third set, and Anna Zink is back to serve. I'm telling Nicholls to stay on your toes. She's one who will keep you on your toes.
Man, keep you on your toes and ready. As she serves it, she sends it. The Colonels are ready to receive it. With Terrell with the spike. As the Lady Tigers were ready and prepared, the libero sets it. As the with the quick touch tap from the Lady Colonel's front line, the libero dives and saves it. And the block from the Grambling State
And a little
Tigers.
hyped up from Essence Allen.
Man.
You got to get the ball away from her. I'm telling you, she knows how to jump. She knows how to get to the nitty-gritty. And here it is again, of course, blocked. All by herself.
Man.
All by herself.
That girl is a magnet out there at this point. The ball is finding her, and she is finding the scoreboard. As the Grambling Tigers cut down the Lady Colonel's lead to 1 point now. 9-10 favor for the Lady Colonels. Anna Zink serves it. She sends it. As the Colonels almost fumbled that serve, but Terrell able to get the good touch over the net for the Lady Tigers, finding that back corner, able to extend their lead 11-9. Now, the Tigers are real good at putting together stretches of points and plays to help get consecutive points. We might go down by 5, but then score 4 in a row. Lady Colonels, though, consistent. That number 10, able to keep them in the game. Terrell is currently everywhere for them right now.
You know, we mentioned so much about this Lady Tigers offense and defense, but we have to give a little bit of credit to Nicholls, their libero. She is getting to the nitty-gritty. Miss Kinley Nonato? I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, but she has been almost everywhere, like we said. She's everywhere where everybody isn't. So I think that that is definitely helping this Nicholls team today against this aggressive Grambling State volleyball team.
As the rally from both teams looking beautiful. As the Colonels bring that point down and home with them. The Colonels extend their lead 12-10 for this set as they send back one of their front lines for the set. Peyton Number 13 for the Colonels. She sends it to the Tiger side. The libero sets it. Allen with the beautiful touch right over the net as 3 Colonels collide on the ground trying to save it. Point Tigers 11-12.
The eye for the court. It's the essence eye, not the Tiger eye. I will mention every single time something about Essence Allen kills me. She knows where you will be before you know where you will be.
As mishap on the serve for the Lady Tigers, the Colonel get the free point, 13-11. Like Tamaya mentioned, man, that essence feeling is, I mean, there's no better way to say it. It's just the essence out there. Like, you just get it done. As the Colonel
she gets
sent
it
to
done.
the Lady Tiger side. As we see the libero keeping it in play, that front line for the Colonels not ready for that attack by the Tigers.
Another one to watch out for, Miss Madison Reagan. She is dangerous when she is on the court. Like we said, she is one of those who shines just as bright as Essence Allen, who's helping this Grambling State volleyball team this year, and they're doing an amazing job.
Most definitely. As we see them starting, they cut that lead down. Only a 1-point lead now for the Lady Colonels, 13-12 as the Tigers prepare to serve. Number 14 for our Lady Tigers, currently checking in with everybody. As we see though, as I've asked you every set now, looking at this, we're about on the halfway mark of the 3rd set. What are your points of emphasis of keys to success for the Tigers to help finish this and close out this match?
For the Tigers, I would have to emphasize finishing. I understand they may or may not be tired. They are working and they are getting to the nitty-gritty, but they're going to have to finish. They're going to have to play through. Of course, you go up quick. Let me say it like this. You go up quick 2 sets. You're sitting in the 3rd set, and back and forth, it's known. It's going to happen, but you're going to have to finish. And I think that is the point of emphasis for this Lady Tigers volleyball team.
100%. As the Lady Tigers front line unable to convert that block, extended the lead for the Lady Colonels from 14-12. I'd have to agree, but seeing the energy and the difference in how aggressive, and not even just aggressive, but how efficient the Lady Tigers front line has been with blocking and defending that in that area, I'd really say for the Tigers to want to turn it around and get this win in this 3rd set, they gotta start getting those blocks down.
Yeah.
A lot of the blocks going off the fingertips and going straight out of bounds or getting in unhittable positions for the Tigers. Gotta get a better touch on it. Just get that feel back like we have. As Kai Williams with the immediate spike. Just to remind them, as it's set, rally continues. The Colonels receive it. As they set it for Terrell, she sends it to the back. Too much heat. Point Tigers, 13-15. Tigers prepare to serve.
Just a little strong, just a little bit too strong. And, you know, we've had a little bit of both of that on both sides of the court tonight. But at the end of the day, it's who wants it most and who's going to bear down and fix the little mental mistakes that continues to keep happening.
Man, talk about mistakes. Hearing the Nicholls sideline sound like a pack of hyenas over there for a second. As we see the war calls for the Nicholls side starting to have some effect.
A little fired up.
Man, see that energy shift, that momentum. You just got to stay down and control that tempo and pace. We see the Lady Colonels controlling the tempo and pace right now as they lead 16-13. Serve is live. Kai Williams with the light touch, sending it back. As history repeats itself, we see that outside hitter for the Lady Colonels just getting the best of that libero for the Lady Tigers right there. No too much heat on it, not having that hand ready, just kind of reacting instead of doing that.
That's one person Nicholls loves to see on the front line.
Yeah.
You know, you just can't get the ball away from her.
Man. As we see the Tigers, you're starting to see those mental lapses starting to get the best of them right now. Colonels extend their lead 18-13. Really starting to hit that turning point. You want to see our Lady Tigers turning around right here, get a couple stops as the Colonels serve. Esses receives it. She sends it back. As you see, the Colonels really started to abuse that side. Number 18, Leah Castro for the Colonels.
Here it is again. The Lady Colonels, I'm telling you, the front line for this Lady Colonels team, specifically Leah Castro, you need to keep the ball away from her. From that side of the court, actually, because she knows how to spit fire from the arm. I'm not understanding how she does it, but I will say she has been very beneficial to this Nicholls team. A couple of replays for us.
As you currently see the Lady Colonel setting it up, and there it is, Leah Castro right there. Just repeating it over and over, sending that ball right back, finding the point on the court where nobody else is there. Or Leah Castro again, finding that LaBelle as you mentioned earlier. Number 18 number is being called, and she is picking up the phone right now. Unfortunately, we're seeing the Tigers we're seeing holes in our defense. We're really starting to see those holes in our defense being abused and being used right now against us.
So, Cleve, what is one thing you would tell if this was your Lady Tigers team, what would you tell them when you're down?
I got the G on my chest
19 to you're down 19-13. What is something you're going to tell your team?
Down 19-13. I mean, I'd focus less on 19-13, and hey, we were down 6 earlier in the first 2 sets. We've done it before, came back and got the win. Do what we've done earlier, get those blocks down, as we're starting to see. Do what we do best, get it to not our star players, but our more effective players. Kyle Williams getting the bucket to help cut that lead down 14-19 for the Lady Tigers. Like we just saw immediately almost. Get that front line involved, and if you get the front line involved on defense,
it's
offense
dangerous.
is going to make it so. But we got to be ready for that, as we saw the hard spike from number 18. As we see another point for the Lady Colonels, 20-14. Really starting to see the Lady Colonels attack and take advantage of that weak side. We're starting to see the Lady Tigers defense. As the Colonels prepare to serve. You're starting to see that Tigers game plan, setting Kaya up over the middle, attack that left side of that left back corner. It's interesting to see the formations and the strategies play out in volleyball as we're watching this, because you can really see the Tigers and the Colonels have a similar game plan for this. Get it to your hardest hitter and make them get under it. See if they'll take that kill.
Oh, yeah. And it's been beneficial. It's been very beneficial.
Beneficial to both sides. As we just saw, the Tigers got their first point in a while, cutting the lead 15-20. Lady Colonels came back immediately, got that ball right back, extended the lead 15-21. That same game plan. Get it to that weak side, get it to the strongest hitter on the floor, and make them make a play.
And let them make the decision.
Hey.
Keep it away from her. Kenya Sykes, she does it. She does it.
Man.
And it's scary when she does. She's not going to stop swinging as long as she's on the court.
It's almost like we're seeing each team play a game of chicken. They're throwing that hardest hitter up there and seeing. They dare you to jump with them. Right there, Grambling came out successful, cutting the lead down 16-21. That's kind of the only issue with the rallies we're seeing now. We're seeing a lot shorter rallies than we were in the first sets.
Right.
As our hitters and our front lines are really going for those hard spikes and those hard kills now. You're seeing a lot less of the finesse and a little less of the touch on it. As our Colonels lead 22
But that's
to
not
16.
slowing down anything for this Lady Tigers volleyball team.
As the Tigers with the quick response as they cut their lead down 17 to 22. Number 5, Dylan Hoskins prepares to serve for the Tigers. Look, as we see the soft touch throw off the Tigers and the beautiful placement from that front line. Tigers get the point, 18 to 22. Cut the lead down to 4. As we prepare to serve, we see the Lady Colonels getting a little encouragement and morale up on the team, making sure everybody stays locked in, trying to get their first set win. As we see, with the Lady Tigers front line getting it done with the tenacious block, cutting the lead down to 3 of them. The Tigers fight back 19 to 22 against the Lady Colonels. Like me and Tamaya talked about earlier, a few plays before, starting to see that front line get through.
Renaya Brown, I'm telling you, she is going to be the spark plug that just gets set for this Lady Tigers volleyball team.
And there it goes again. That Grambling State freight train that comes at you. They spot you about 2-3 points, maybe even 4 if they feeling good.
They tease you. That's
Man,
what it is.
And then they turn it right around. Going into
they want to
this
keep
break,
you in your
22
seats a
to
little
20.
longer. That's all it was. But this Lady Tigers volleyball team does, which is kind of weird to say, but does a good job from playing behind. A couple of people to watch out for both sides, you know, the blocks, the kills, the digs. Everything is falling into place for both of these squads. And, you know, you see it over and over again.
Man, those 2 killers on that Lady Colonel side, number 18 and number 10, as you see them in every clip, they touching that ball and getting their hand on it. But on the flip side, you see Terrell again getting those quick points for the Lady Colonels. But the Tigers bringing it right back.
Can't forget,
with that.
Of course, the Lady Tigers do an amazing job. I'm telling you, they do an amazing job with having a great eye for this sport. Maybe it might be because they practice here every single day, or maybe it's just because they are Grambling's volleyball team. You know, it's something. Grambling just adds a little sparkle to a little bit of everything.
And hopefully we can continue to sparkle in this spark plug we currently have going as the Tigers serve down 20 to 22. As the Lady Colonels come back with the immediate answer to shut down the Grambling State run, they extend their lead to 3, currently winning 23 to 20. As with the Tigers, we currently seeing, like we talked about earlier, that front line. Before we go into break, we mentioned that front line for the Tigers really getting that momentum shifting. We've seen some key subs going in for the Tigers, and they're getting it done. Set for the Lady Colonels. Sent back to the Tigers side. You see number 23 for the Tigers getting it done.
Between them, Lauren Bourne, she knows how to do it.
Man, effective and efficient. 2-point lead for the Lady Colonels, 23 to 21. As the Tigers prepare to serve. Set by the Colonels. Leah with the spike and the light touch. Tigers receive, they send it back, and Kaya Williams.
Get up.
The libero is working. And unable to handle the spike from number 18, Leah Castro, a name we're getting used to saying. Number 18, Leah Castro, getting a point for the Lady Colonels. Match point now, 24-21 for the Lady Colonels.
Being in the front line for the Lady Tigers, you have to know that Leah Castro is going to swing every single time. And they're doing an amazing job. They're doing an amazing job defending that. And of course, Renaya Brown will help anybody playing on the front line with the Lady Tigers.
Right? Lady Tigers to extend the game and cut the lead down, 24-22. Now the Tigers have to be safe. Will have to be conservative and play smart here. Any point for the Colonels currently can win this set for them. As the Tigers doing what needed to be done.
The front line is going to fire up this team. I'm sorry, but the front line is definitely the players of the game.
Definitely that anchor for that team. As the lead is cut down just to 1 now, 24-23 for the Lady Colonels. The Tigers receive the hit from Terrell. Essence gets it, unable to get it over the net. Unable to get it over the net, the Lady Colonels squeak by at the end and get their first set win, 25-23, Lady Colonels.
And we'll be right back after this break.
HBCUs are anchored by legacy. They nurture the talent and determination of their students and prepare them for a bright future. The Home Depot's Retool Your School program has and still believes in the excellence of HBCUs, committed not just in speech, but through the revitalization and upgrades of the campuses these students call home. Building, planting, tilling the dream, all hearts and countless volunteers on the ground. Retool Your School. We're powered by purpose.
For the first time ever, Whataburger has iced coffee. So hey, get vanilla iced coffee with breakfast, caramel iced coffee with a snack, and for dinner, how about mocha iced coffee? Or just get plain. Nothing wrong with a classic. New iced coffee from Whataburger, just like you like it.
Building champions for life didn't just happen overnight. Since 1920, the Southwestern Athletic Conference, SWAC, has been in the forefront in leadership and excellence in all our athletic programs. There are very few major sports halls of fame that a SWAC athlete is not a member. Hall of Fame coaches who were stewards and mentors to these elite athletes. Our tradition, our distinction, our legacy. We are the SWAC, building champions for life.
And welcome back. We are currently going into our fourth set after the Lady Colonels managed to get their first win of the day. Currently coming in the Grambling State Tigers. As we see, we had a good aggressive match between a good back and forth between Lady Colonels and Lady Tigers that last third set. Saw the Colonels really turn the momentum and shift the tide more in their favor and get more aggressive. More production from their front line with Leah Castro coming in with some key moments and key plays for the teams. And some key moments from number 10, Terrell, for the Lady Colonels too. Anything specific in that third set that you've seen that you would like to see change in the fourth one?
Of course, something I would like to see happen for this Lady Tigers volleyball team would have to be playing from in front of instead of behind.
And currently looking at the stats for the game so far, the Lady Tigers hitting 24% with 44 assists and 47 kills, 11 blocks with 5 serve aces and 72 digs. Nicholls State currently hitting 12% with 40 assists, 41 kills, 6 blocks, 2 service aces, and 65 digs. As you were saying. Oh, as you were saying, what you would want to change?
Yes, so every set that has been played today, the Lady Tigers have been playing from behind, but please correct me if I'm wrong. But they have to play from in front coming into this fourth set. I understand they're tired, but you have to think Nicholls is also tired. These two teams are going to have a scrap for the end. Who wins these matches, these sets, these games? So, of course, it's going to be a little bit harder to win now that you're in the fourth set. Now that you're getting into the nitty-gritty, the deeper sets, you got to win. You have to know how to win. You have to gel. You have to do everything you're doing, but better, 10 times better, especially against this Nicholls team.
No, 100%. You could definitely start to see that fatigue, the wear and tear on both teams, and seeing who really has that grit and who got that grind, really ready to harden it out and just toughen out that win.
And I think for this Lady Tigers team, they all have it. It's in every single one of them, and they show it almost every single time they step on the court. But, of course, they're going to have to continue to keep showing it and showing that they can scrap for the win, for another win at home.
As the Tigers prepare to get the fourth set under match. As the Colonels get the first point of the set, Tigers come in with a blocking error right there, which was one of those points of emphasis that perfect timing if we're speaking on the third set and the past two, seeing how they affected in the different flows and tides. That is definitely a point of emphasis we need to work on, making sure those blocks are effective. Just like that, seeing both sides of it. The first point went to the Colonels, seeing the second one go to the Tigers. Now that blocking being effective and being efficient, we tied up 1-1 to start the fourth set.
And I think that is a great way to start this fourth set because they're used to starting down 2-0, 3-0, but this time it's 1-1. So, of course, it's going to be a hard-fought battle for this fourth set.
And definitely interested to see how the new start affects or changes how the Tigers play. Seeing now, instead of starting off down 0-2, now the Tigers are coming out the gate up 2-1. Are they the type of team that likes to be down and have that back against the wall kind of feeling where we need that motivation to win? Or will they keep their foot on the gas and just get it done?
Continue to ride out the fourth set? I don't know. I guess we're going to have to figure out.
Seeing how the Lady Colonels have been responding this last set, especially that third set, especially with number 18 on that front line, I'm excited to see how it plays out as we see the rally from both teams.
The front line
sets it. As Essex sends it, the Colonels send it right back to that front line.
Madison Reagans, please get out of her way because she will scare you a bit.
Man.
I'm just kidding. Of course, I'm sure they are not scared, but yes, she will definitely challenge you to send the ball back to her.
Hey, the look on that woman's face when that ball came, I seen a little bit of fear. It wouldn't be the farthest thing to assume.
Maybe a little bit of sweat on the floor, maybe a couple girls slipping.
Sweat, condensation, a little bit of
hard work. The Tigers left over there.
A little bit of doubt on that side, you feel me? Maybe a little bit of fear. Concern as them Tigers are winning 3-1 as Essence prepare to serve it. And Leah gets it, she sets it up, send it right back to the Grambling side of this set. Essence sends it back to the Colonels. And that light touch is just such an effective change of pace.
I'll take it. I'm not mad about it. It was hit hard. It's going to come back even harder. So, yes, of course I don't want the Lady Tigers to lose a point. I don't want them to give the point away. But
of course,
it comes with the game. It comes with the game. So I'm not mad about the last point.
And if we're gonna lose a point either way, anyway, if we have to lose one, you would love to go out swinging.
Oh yeah.
At least it's not just a random error or self-fault.
Oh, yeah.
As we see the Tigers really starting to bring out those arms and swinging. And see?
The touch.
That change of pace, that
Mistouch.
touch.
Miss eye for the court.
See the Tigers really setting up the Colonels now, coming in with the aggressive spikes and then following it up with a light touch.
Keeping
that
the
change
foot
of
on the
direction.
gas.
Catch them off guard.
That's something the Tigers are going to have to continue to do. They're going to have to continue to keep their foot on the gas this set.
As the Tigers lead 4-2, you see the Colonel sending it back as Essence saves it. Set for the Tigers as the spike to the back corner. Point
You put
Tigers.
it where they aren't. I guess that's what you got to say.
The Tigers might like coming out. As that outside hitter sends it to that back corner to give the Tigers their 5th point of the set as they lead 5-2. We currently have Dylan back there to serve. Unable to get it over the net that time. Quick serve error.
You know, despite that point specifically, Miss Dylan Hoskins has actually had a pretty good couple sets from tonight. So I think that she continues to stay motivated and motivate her teammates as well. I don't think there's anything to be mad about. Let me say that. Of course, about one missed set, one missed serve. I don't think that you should be mad about that.
And one missed serve to immediately get the point back to extend the lead to 6-3. You can live with it. You could definitely live with it. As the Tigers, you see from the replay, just caught the Colonels unprepared for that attack right there. As the block from that Tiger front line of Kai Williams and Renaya Brown really setting up that Tigers front line, holding it down there for the Tigers, extending the lead 7-3. As number 14 prepares to serve it. You're really starting to see that energy shift back. Might need to see the Tigers take that lead early on.
Cleve, what is something that we'll be right back after this break.
What's been accomplished up here is amazing.
People are getting care in our communities for health and wellness, to manage chronic disease, and to stay out of the acute care environment.
We have a great new leadership team who improved resources.
I have never seen expansion, quality improvement, access improvement like this in my lifetime.
The growth has been phenomenal.
To the fourth set, we are here with Cleveland Jones and Tamaya Johnson as the Grambling Tigers prepare to serve. Coming in, we are leading our Lady Tigers 7-3 against the Nicholls State Lady Colonels. As the Colonel front line gets that nice block. Number 14 for those Colonels sends it back as Kaya Williams with the spike and kill.
Stay away from her. That's all I can say is stay away from her side of the court. She will get up and she will lay it down for you. And here it is again.
Replay for the kill for Kaya straight down the middle.
So quick. It went so quick.
Man, and violent too. As the Tigers extend their lead to 8-3. We seeing our Lady Tigers shifted to a different gear now.
The front row, the front line, we talk about it. That's one front line that you don't want to give the ball to. Of course, you're going to be in trouble when the setter gives the ball to our front line.
Man, front line getting everything done. As little mishap with the serve right there, giving away a free point to the Lady Colonels to close the lead down to 5 now. As the Lady Tigers sit at 9 and the Colonels at 4 as they prepare to serve. Really starting to see that momentum shift. Let me ask you this though, Tamaya. Between the Lady Tigers, the energy when they play, when they're coming back, or when they're leading, which one do you think you enjoy more watching?
Which one I enjoy more watching? I think I would have to go with when the Lady Tigers are playing from behind, only because they are so aggressive. It is actually insane seeing how hard that this Lady Tigers team not only hustles, not only plays, but plays for each other whenever they're behind. It's something scary. Let me say that. It's scary for the person across the court, and it just so happened to be Nicholls today. So, yes, I do think the Grambling State Lady Tigers are more dangerous when they play from behind. What do you think?
You know, I'd have to agree, because when you just seeing someone play with that level of intensity, as you see the replay for the most recent point for the Tigers, quick point and kill for the front line. But back to your point, seeing the intensity that they play when the tenacity when they're coming from behind, and they have to score, they have to come back. Every point and every play matters. It's a different level of volleyball when they're all clicking on one accord.
I would definitely agree.
As we just seen a quick little mix-hap with the Lady Tigers allowing the Lady Colonels a point this set as the lead is cut down to just 4 now as the Tigers lead 10-6. Really starting to see a rare chance that we've had from our Tigers.
And of course, again, I personally am not mad about that play. Specifically, Kai Williams goes up strong, goes up hard. So yes, the ball is going to come back a lot worse than than what it was sent. So I'm not mad about the result of that.
No, just seeing Essence is vertical when she getting off the ground.
It's dangerous, I'm telling you.
She jumping at least 40 inches for that.
She really might be, I don't know.
No, seeing that the Tigers get it right back to extend the lead to 11-7. We really getting to see a different side of the Tigers instead of having to see that underdog, that hungry.
We see how they play from being ahead.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's good just getting to see your Tigers dominate. As they should when they have the talent pool that they have for this team. With the last touch, unfortunately, by the Tigers right there, as the Colonels cut down the lead 2-3. As the Tigers lead 11-8 as the Colonels prepare to serve. Really getting to experience the depths of these teams and really seeing who got more left in the tank.
The longer the stretch is, I would agree.
As we're getting the front row matchup. We got a really good seat in this house right now. Right in front of us, we got Essence Allen and Leah from the other team, number 18, Leah Castro, right in front of us playing against each other on both sides of the net. Really getting to see the two heavy hitters from each team attack and defend, seeing who could get that kill.
And I'm telling you, both sides of this game, they're going to work for it. It's nothing less than a sweat working for a point tonight.
As both teams have showed you, no lead is safe out here as the Colonels bring it down to 2. Just as quickly as you gain a lead in this game, you will lose it. As the Tigers receive the spike and send it right back.
Stay out the way. Just stay out the way. I'm telling you, when you see Kai Williams' feet come off of the ground,
man,
get out the way. Just don't even think about jumping.
When number 12 feet leave the ground, you heard her. Run. Just run. as the Tigers extend their lead 12-9 with the spike from Kyle Williams. And the light touch from the Lady Colonels just to switch it up, as we've seen a lot of hard spikes, switching it up and catching our Lady Tigers, just catching them falling asleep a little bit right there on that play as they cut the lead down to 12, cut the lead down to 2, 10-12 for the Lady Tigers. As the Colonels serve. And just a perfect serve for those Lady Colonels. A little bit too much on it. Essence unable to set the serve. Lady Colonels cut that lead down to 1. Closest lead we've had in a while. And the Colonels serve it. Essence receives it, set by the Tigers, and unable to get this block, unable to complete the block for the Lady Colonels. Lady Tigers front line gets it done again, extends the lead back to 2, 13-11 for the Lady Tigers. Essence Allen in the back, ready to serve. She sends it. Terrell receives it, and number 18 for those Lady Colonels. It's almost a game of tug of war for these two teams now, going back and forth. Lead cut back down to 1. Lady Colonels down 12-13. Tigers up. As the Colonels send it. And the Tigers go get it, but unfortunately unable to keep it in the box. Lady Colonels tied it up on the last play, 13-13. All neck and neck in this fourth set. As the Colonels serve it. Essence receives it. Ball set. At that front line gets it through. And the Colonels unable to send it back to the Tigers. Tigers regain the lead, 14-13. Dylan prepares to serve and send it back to the Colonels. Ball is served. Back corner received. And that outside hitter for the Lady Colonels gets the kill, successful, 14-14, neck and neck, all tied up again.
I think this Lady Tigers team actually uses the fuel from other opponents to fuel them. I think tonight is definitely a test to that, especially with this Nicholls team coming in 0-2 on the road. Grambling being here 2-0 at home. You're going to have to use something to fuel you. You're going to have to. You're going to have to put everything on the line, and you're going to have to be almost perfect at home.
Mm-hmm. No, 100%. Definitely looking to maintain perfect and undefeated in our home arena. We see our Lady Tigers, like you said, you almost would believe that they feed off of the need, almost feed off the other team's energy. They feel them creeping on their neck. It's not like the Tigers don't know how to handle pressure. They live for it. As they extend their lead to 2, 16-14 with the gutsy effort by number 10, Terrell for the Lady Colonels, but not enough to keep the ball in play. And number 14 for the Lady Tigers, she serves it. Received by the libero. And the Tigers unable to handle that spike from that front line. Like we said, it's them dogs down low, holding it down for both teams and getting it done.
I think backcourt is just, of course, is just as important as the front line. But right now, I think they are equally working as hard as each other. And of course, that's what you're going to have to do to not only win this game, but to win as a team, as a program. And they look like they're doing a fabulous job.
With the out, too much heat on it for the Lady Colonels. As the Tigers go up 17-15 after the rally from both teams. You're really seeing the Colonels putting up a gutsy fight, not going down without it. It's almost like both teams like to spot the other team a couple points, and then they like to try hard. And then they like
It
to
makes
turn
it a
up
little
the
more
energy.
fun, huh?
You know, keep it interesting. Keep
Yeah.
it competitive. Whew. What looked like a dead play saved and recovered by the Tigers. As the Colonels prepared to spike it, blocked for the Lady Tigers and set up for Kai Williams. And saved and reset.
Dylan Hoskins continues to work for this team.
Too much on it. Look, too much heat on it for Kai Williams on that save as the Tigers hit it out of bounds. Lady Colonels get the point, 16-17. Tigers still lead as the Colonels prepare to serve. You really get an experience. With the set by the libero, Kai goes to get it. And it's almost like a replay back and forth. We're seeing that front line. You're getting that initial serve, one hit, want to hit her attack back, send it to the other side, and that front line getting the block down. As we're all tied up, 17-17, neck and neck. Get it up, one more. That's Allen with the reverse, sends it back to the other side. And unable to get that ball and save it. The Lady Colonels take their first lead of the set, 18-17. Colonel serve. Allen receives. Ball set for Allen, and she immediately recuperates that point.
She ducked, you guys. I don't know. Like we said, same thing with Kai Williams, same thing with Kenya Sykes, same thing with almost every one of the hitters on this Grambling State team. When their feet come off the ground, continue to get out of the way, please.
That girl jumping off the ground for a minute, too. Whew.
I don't think she's landed
inches.
yet.
14 feet. Inches is crazy. As the Tigers prepare to serve, as we wipe the floor down, our game is tied up 18-18. We have Anaya Brown in the back serving. She sends it to the Colonel side. They prepared. Bensley with the light touch as Allen sends the spike at the back row. Leah recovers it, set, and Allen goes and get it. Oh, with the kill. With the kill straight to the Colonel face. As Allen gets the kill to say, yeah, Tigers the lead 19-8.
I actually think it's kind of scary to see that happen because we're just as close as the team across the court. I think it's actually I'm laughing because I'm scared, not because it's funny. I'm actually laughing because
with the
these ladies know how to swing.
With the back-to-back points for the Grambling State Tigers, they extend the lead to 2 points, going up 20-18 over the Lady Colonels. We see a quick rally for our Tigers as they're looking to wrap up this game in 3 matches. Seeing these last few exchanges. Wrapping up these last 4 sets, but seeing these last few exchanges, Tamaya, what do you think is that difference maker in this give and go? What's going to be that needle pusher or just get us over that hump to help secure this win?
The Lady Tigers are going to have to continue to be aggressive, to have the fire lit underneath them to defeat this Nicholls team. Because Nicholls, on the other side, they're not going down without a fight.
As we got a couple of replays for us right here. You see the Colonels getting a couple of sneaky points through us and just sneaking that kill in right there in that back corner as the Tigers look to take it right back. As we resume play, Tigers serve, leading 20-18 with the beautiful save. As we wait for the call as the point, it looks like the point was awarded. Yeah, point awarded to the Lady Colonels as they cut the lead down to 19-20. 1 point lead for our Lady Tigers as Essence sends it to the other side. They prepare for the spike. And questionable call if that ball was inbound, but the ref says it was as the Lady Colonels tie it up all at 20. As we have our Colonels preparing to serve. Looking at both teams, what players for the Lady Tigers are you looking at to help close out this win? Are you looking at those key players that we've been talking about, Essence Allen, Kaya Williams, or Lauren Bourne, or you looking at some of those other names being called?
If you want me to be completely honest, I think for the Lady Tigers to come out with this win, it's going to take every single one of them, even the ones on the bench, even the ones that are playing. It's going to be a team effort to win this game. Everybody's tired. Set 4, you're going to have to motivate the sister next to you to overcome this game.
Couldn't agree more. As we see number 11, Sykes, coming up with the clutch point for the Grambling State Tigers, extending that lead to 2. 22-20 for our Grambling State Tigers, preparing to serve. Like Tamaya said, of course, it is very easy to say you want to focus on who has been the more effective or your more superstars players throughout the season. But if you want to win games, and not just win games, but hopefully win that SWAC championship, you need a complete team.
Oh, yeah.
And as we're seeing from our Grambling State Tigers, it is a complete team effort. If you want to beat this team, you not only need one, but you got to come beat one. As good teams can beat themselves too sometimes, as Grambling State Tigers just hit it straight out of bounds.
I will say these Lady Tigers, they are working tonight. I don't know what they ate, but they do not look tired, not one bit. Let me say that.
Man.
They are playing 4 sets. Hopefully they don't reach a 5th because obviously, but no, of course they're tired. Of course they're going to need something to flow the juices that are going through their body to overcome the Nicholls team, this Nicholls State team.
Man, might have jinxed it with that wish for not a 5th set, because them Lady Colonels will not go down without a fight. As they tied up 22-22 at the bottom of the set, this 4th set, we see 2 teams tied up neck and neck. Nobody giving an inch. You already told us how you feel about the Lady Tigers and what you think they need to do to win this game and close it out. For the Lady Colonels, I know it's not the topic we want to talk about, but if you wanted to give them a chance, what do you think that looks like for them?
I think the Lady Tigers are going to have to bow up and show them that this is Tigers Nation, that this is Grand Fam over here, that you can't come into our home court being 0-2, remind you that, and they're 0-2 on the road. Lady Tigers at home, 2-0 so far. Of course, you're gonna have to show dominance on your home court, and I think that they are doing a really good job at doing that, but they're going to have to continue to do that in order to win this game. Now, Nicholls on the other side, they are going to have to find something to break their road losing streak, of course, but as of right now, this is what it is.
And the Nicholls prepared to serve. Tied 22-22 at the top. And Grambling with a little bit more heat on it. Looking for that touch call by the ref, but unable to get it. Nicholls take their first lead in a while in the 4th set. 23-22, Nicholls serve. As Nicholls is looking to win their 2nd set in a row. Ball serve. Grambling sets it. And 3 straight points in a row for the Nicholls Lady Colonels. Nicholls currently leads 24-22. Set point for the Lady Colonels. Tigers have been here before and pulled it out. Need that same energy now as the Lady Colonel serve. Allen receives it, ball set. She goes to get it. Spikes, the Colonels are prepared. They send it back. And Tigers with a little bit too much dip on your chip. And controversy on that last play, whether or not it was touched by the Colonels. Refs got the last call and final say. They said no touch, and the Colonels win 2 sets in a row, 25-22. Now we're going into our 5th set.
Cleve, what is something that you want to see out of this Grambling State team in the 5th set? And not just the 5th set, but to win it.
Seeing how we started off the first 2 sets, started off down, came back, got our lead, and once we got it, we didn't look back. You never want to see your team losing, but if starting off losing is the recipe for success for us, seeing how we came out the last 2 sets, especially the last one went out, got us a nice lead.
Right.
Unfortunately, unable to withhold it and hold it down to get that 3rd set win. I'd probably have to say, give up those first 2-3 points, set that tone, let the Tigers get that fire they need under them I've seen so far. Because seeing
let them
how they
rock
play,
out from there.
when their back's against the wall, you seen they step up. It's just we've seen too many times it's kind of they're too trendy, too streaky with their plays and how they succeed now here. It's like when they're going hard, you can see they're really locked in and they're really concentrating, they're really getting it done. But when they're not, we can really see the outcome starting to change, and we can see the wins, and then we can see the unnecessary mistakes. Like those last 3 sets, we just hit the ball straight out of bounds. It wasn't a matter of serving. It wasn't a matter of blocking or hitting it back. It was just sending that ball back to the other side, not keeping it in the square. So having that kind of intensity and that energy, being able to focus it more earlier on throughout the set, instead of having to try and rush it through at the back end, trying to come back, being able to spread that out more and doing it in a more complete attack, I feel like we'll be able to pull it out in this 5th set.
I completely agree, especially because the mental errors or the small errors overall is what will bite you in the butt, of course. That's not just with volleyball. I think that's just with any sport in general. You continue to let the opponent or let whatever it is come in and try to, nitpick. But at the end of the day, you are the better team. You have to play like the better team.
No, 100%. Especially in a situation like this. Like we said, coming into this game, we got 2 teams fighting to keep their streaks alive. And looking at our stats currently for the game right now, hitting Grambling State on 20%, 60 assists with 63 kills to follow, 13 blocks and 5 service aces with 101 digs. As Nicholls State is only hitting 12% with 51 assists and 52 kills, 12 blocks and 3 service aces with 90 digs to follow.
I think this Lady Tigers team is going to have to continue to stay on top of the statistics against this Nicholls team. Yes, we understand so-and-so might have so many, so-and-so might have so many, but as a whole and as a team, the statistics come up as Grambling. So you're going to have to play as a team, and you're going to have to continue to lean on the sister or the teammate next to you.
And like you said, the stats don't lie. Statistically, it says Grambling should be winning. We did bring the first 2 home. Now we just got to put a complete set together again and finish it out. We're doing real good putting
Just a little delay.
Oh,
Nothing
you know what's
serious.
interesting seeing, because you seeing right now we're putting together a good like 80% of a set. Like it's either that first 80% or that last 80%.
Oh yeah.
But you're only getting 80, and that 20% is really what's dictating whether or not we win. The first two sets, we gave it in the last 80%. That was enough. Got us to win. That last two sets, gave it in the first 80%. That last 20, unable to get rid of those mental mistakes, and now we find ourselves in the fifth set, tied up 2-2.
I think this set, somebody is going to show some skin. Somebody's going to show some fight. Somebody's going to show some heart. So, of course, we hope that it is the Lady Tigers of Grambling. But at the end of the day, the performance is not bad. It's not bad. Don't get me wrong. It's actually really good, despite the outcome.
As we see the Tigers ripping the Band-Aid off, getting that first point, initiating off rip. The Colonels with the serve, send it to one best on the front line, number 11, Sykes. He went up there and got it, sent it back to the Colonels in a way they could not reciprocate. Tigers start the fifth set, 1-0. As Leah Castro, number 18, heard exactly what I said and said I could do it too. Lady Colonels tied up 1-1.
She really might have actually heard us, guys. We're actually pretty close to the court.
She right there.
Yeah,
she probably did.
She probably did hear us.
Hey, there we go. That fifth set, those mental errors starting to set in. As you see, Lady Colonels unable to get that serve over the net. Free point for the Lady Tigers, 2-1. Tigers lead. And as we see, fatigue is an issue for both teams. As both teams service, both out of bounds, or both errors, 2-2. As the Colonels get a second try at it.
Those are a couple of mistakes that the Grambling Tigers are going to take advantage of.
And take advantage of, they did completely. As the Tigers lead 3-2 now. We see Essence doing what she did all game, finding that hole in the defense, putting the ball right there where they can't send it back. As we see the Colonels doing the same thing. It's almost like these two teams would have had, you would have thought they had an agreement. You guys get the first two, we got the last two.
We'll go tit for tat, no biggie.
Man, that fifth set, we can just see who can last the longest. As no one is giving up an inch. Tigers with the save, Essence sends it back. With the perfect touch on that spiking kill, Tigers go up 4-3.
It was Grambling scoring.
And here's the replay. Of course, Lauren Bourne knows how to do it because she does it all the time. Coming from the back row, gets a point for Grambling.
Man, flirting on that back line. You saw the Tigers try to get to it in the back the last few sets. And with the Tigers unable to handle that front line effort from the Lady Colonels right there. Like we said, it's a game of tug of war and nobody's giving up an inch, all tied up at 4-4 again. Those Tigers, you're starting to see both teams starting to opt more for the soft touches as earlier on in the match.
I think it's because they see that the front line is jumping whenever they jump. So let's try to get it around them. As we said earlier, you got to get it around certain people, and they're working to do that. They're making adjustments, and that's what you love to see, especially in the fifth set. You're tied 2-2. you got to make adjustments. It's no other thing to do than make adjustments.
No, literally. Yes, for sure. We definitely are seeing both teams with their adjustments and seeing who's making the right ones. And at this point, you play 4 sets against somebody directly back to back to back. You almost know your opponent and you know what they're going to give you. At this point, it's just seeing who can outlast the other one the longest and who can execute those formation and plays to the best. As we're seeing, this is probably the most self-errors we've seen as the Grambling Tigers fail to get that serve over the net. All tied up 5-5
And coming
apiece.
from the back row, of course,
Leah
something
goes to
hot
get
from
it.
Essence Allen.
Nah. As the Tigers get that point 6-5 on the error from the Lady Colonels. Nah, we see really starting to see our Tigers taking advantage of those. Really starting to see those Tigers taking advantage of those errors from the Lady Colonels.
Oh, yeah. And vice versa, of course.
Man.
Nothing lives for long. I don't know. The
Yeah.
Lady Tigers are gonna have to go back to making their adjustments to be better.
Looking at this game, you can see a couple of Gatorade symbols out here. Look, see as they're struggling to get their ball over the net. But them arms are getting tired. Fatigue is starting to set in. But that front line, Sykes is still getting that ball up there and doing her job. As Allen gets the... As Leah with the kill for the Lady Colonels. As you can hear the sidelines saying that number familiar as you see the replay for Leah's kill. Just finding that hole in the defense and putting that ball right where it needs to be. You're starting to see those with those legs that still work. With the quick in-string from Sykes on the front line. Clint. Oh, Lady Colonels thought they got the touch, but getting called for the push on the save. As we see the debate from Terrell coming over to see the team. We're all tied up 7-7 apiece. Personally, I feel like she pushed it. I'm not going to lie. She pushed it.
It's not up to us, Cleveland.
The ref got the right call. He got it right. Point Tigers. There was a lot of palm on that. There was a lot of palm. But just seeing that effort, though, that play was only possible from the quick instincts and reflexes from Sykes on the first initial action to get the ball over the net to the Colonels. We seeing them pulling up. We seeing everybody pulling out all the stops for this game.
I just feel like the Lady Tigers have worked so hard tonight here at home. It's inevitable that they don't win. I don't know. You have a non-conference opponent coming in 0-2 on the road, like we keep saying. Your Grambling Tigers 2-0 at home. It's motivation. It's something that pushes them to win. Why wouldn't you want to win your 3-0 game before you hit SWAC conference play?
Man, go in with a nice tune-up, get you on a nice little win streak. Turning it around, you went to the Invitational, didn't have the showing that you wanted, but you get to come back home where you're undefeated, familiar setting, get ready for SWAC play you got coming up, coming in with a good opponent as we see, somebody to really get you battle-tested but prepared for the upcoming SWAC competition you have. This is truly that.
You hear it's a little bit of commotion going on for our Lady Tigers. It's the visiting team. They weren't happy with the call sticking.
Is everybody feeling that fifth set now? Starting to see emotions rise for both teams. Starting to see a couple makeup calls. Starting to see what you might have called a makeup call right there as the Lady Colonels go up 8-7 for that one. Both teams now switch sides. as the Colonels prepare to serve. As we see both teams prepare and reset. Currently sitting at 8-7 in our final set. What do you, one player on the floor right now, you're putting the ball in their hands to close out this set for the Lady Tigers. Who are you choosing?
For which team? For the Tigers? We already know what I'm going to say. One player, no, let me say. It's either between Essence Allen or Madison Reagans. It's between one of them two. They've been too hot tonight. Let me say that. They've been on too many rolls. They did such a good job so far. Those are the two that I would put to win this game, to help win this game. Let me say that. Who would you choose for the Tigers?
To win the game for the Tigers, I'll throw you a curveball with this one. I'll choose number 18 for the Lady Colonels. If she slows down her production
Yep.
and stop hitting that ball so hard.
The gears would slow down so much. It's so crazy how all over the floor and in your face she is. Because look, she is
literally looking at the production on the floor.
6 feet even.
Man.
Are you crazy?
That's a
It's
floor.
hard to miss her. You
Man.
try getting the ball around her. We talk about getting the ball around somebody. Try getting it around her.
And she's playing on that net. She's playing.
working it.
And she's not just
She
playing.
might be the
on-
net, actually. She might
Man.
be the net itself. I'm not sure how she does it, but she's being so aggressive. She's helping her team so much tonight. I don't know what else there is to say.
I will say this, though, with her being that difference maker, she's playing above that net a lot. Some might have to watch that hand. Is it getting over there? I'm just saying.
I mean, coming into this non-conference matchup with 95 kills, it's crazy. It's actually insane to me. And you're sitting at 4 and 5 overall. You have 95 kills, 4 and 5
Coming in at
overall.
95, she could have came from, should have been second on our team. Not first, but
But
second.
not first.
She's
But
not gonna
you
beat that
come
number.
close to second.
Man, we know who number 1 is. That number 1 is number 2 for us. As the Tiger with a quick replay for the kill that got us this. Bring us back into this game. Cut the lead down for the Lady Colonels. Tied up the game at 9 apiece for both teams.
Okay.
As the Tigers prepare to serve. As the Tigers prepare to serve, they send it to the Colonels. And the block rejected, sending it right back in her face. The Grambling State Tigers go up 10-9.
Yes, that was Grambling point. 10-9, us having 10. Yes. Yes. And they have 9. Yes, we have 10. Oh, okay.
With the rally to Terrell for the
Great
slight
hustle.
touch. Kaya sends
Getting
it
it
back
over.
over. The libero receives it for them. They set it, and she puts too much heat on it. Point Lady Tigers, and their lead is extended to 11-9 for the Tigers. Timeout. As the replay on this play, we see outside hitter for the Lady Colonels, putting a little bit too much strength on it. Got to keep it in those lines. They're there for a reason, aren't they?
A little bit about this fifth set for the Lady Tigers. They stretch a lot of their games to the fifth set. So they're not the team that has not been here before. Let's just mention that they put up really good fights against whatever opponent you put against them. So of course, this being a very familiar atmosphere for the Lady Tigers today, it's nothing new. They've been here. They know how to come out better, not just right now, but for future references, for future opponents. They know how to do it.
And you can almost see, speaking to your point of the Tigers being here before, looking at the differences of the benches and the team, you can almost see the Tigers have a level of calmness to them, like we're prepared. This is what we're used to. This is nothing new for us. You see the Lady Colonels, they have a lot more energy on the outside, but it can come from a place of not being used to this moment.
You're playing on Grambling State's court, the Willis Reed court. Of course, they're going to be a little more familiar, a little more relaxed, and a little more aggressive than who they're playing. That's their home court. They know how to win here, they know how to play here, and they know how to hustle here.
The Lady Colonels with the quick answer out of the break. Cut the lead down to 1 as the Tigers are winning 11-10 as we have Terrell, number 10, for the Lady Colonels serving. She sends it to the Tigers side with Kaya Williams sending it right back for the quick point. Extend that lead back to 2, 12-10 for the Tigers as Essex Allen, number 2 for our Lady Tigers, steps back to serve it as we get the replay. Beautiful setup and spike for the kill for Kaya Williams. They set it forward, split it up. Slight little touch as Essex resaves it. With the set and too much to handle for the Colonels.
We do it right back. They send us a little blooper. We give them one right back. It's like almost every single time that one side of this court has sent a little blooper, the other side will send one either right after that or, you know, within the next 1 or 2. But it's crazy how it's like a reverse Uno card,
Man.
this match. It's so crazy.
You get one, no, you get one.
Yeah,
no,
exactly. Everybody came in with just one today. Let's not use them all.
With the replay of the kill earlier, as we got a couple of points from both sides, we see Lady Colonel was putting too much heat on that one to send it out. As we have the quick point from number 10, Terrell, earlier, where Essence couldn't get her fingers right directly under it. Now we see the setup for Kaya, sends it right down for the spike and kill. As we see the repeat, Lady Colonel unable to get under the ball right there over that front line of the Lady Tigers, finding that hole in the Colonel's defense and attacking it. As we return, Lady Tigers are up 13-10 as they lead the Colonels. Number 2, Essence Allen for the Lady Tigers is back to serve. (13-10) into the 5th set. As we re-prepare the floor for the game.
Let's go, ladies.
Whew. And the quick answer for the Lady Colonels coming out of the break with the great answer from the Tigers quick run. 11-13 for the Colonels. Number 14, Bensley, able to find the hole. As the Tigers send it back, Terrell, she sets it up. And out. Lady Tigers front line unable to keep it within the lines on that block. Out for the Tigers as the Colonels now cut the lead down to just 12-13. With the quick replay, we get to see Bensley's point. Got the block off of the Tigers front line to force the out, cut the lead down to just 1. As we see the setup, Bensley goes to get it, put it right off that hand. Tigers not prepared, hit it right out on that line as the Colonels anticipated. Really starting to see that give and take, that tug of war we've been talking about this whole time. It's almost like a broken record at this point now.
Oh yeah, I definitely feel the same way, especially with not just the back and forth between the game, but you know, we mentioned so many good players on the court tonight, not just for Nicholls, not just for Grambling, but for both of these teams, and for the competition to be so good the way it is on both sides of the ball. It's crazy that we have yet gotten to SWAC play. So just think about that. The Lady Tigers are competing, not just with Nicholls, but they've competed with Tulane. They competed with Northwestern, who they defeated. One thing this Lady Tigers team will do is compete. So you have to learn, you have to know, and you have to continue to compete deeper in the sets.
No, 100%. You definitely have to make sure you have enough gas in the tank if you have to do the long drive out here. It's bottom of the 5th set, and Kyle with the nasty kill. Spikes it straight to, almost targeted that girl. Coach immediately had to sub her out to take her after that. As the Tigers take the 14-13 lead, he really needed that. And it's kind of the trend of the night and the day with the Lady Tigers and the Lady Colonels. You see our Tigers and the Colonels, as soon as one team puts a stretch together, somebody else come back with a quick play to help resurge their offense. As Kai with 2 quick, hard spikes, but the second one able to stay in bounds. Unfortunately, sends the point to the Colonels to tie us back up at 14-14 apiece. We're really starting to see. We didn't got to the nitty-gritty of it the last 11 now. Tied up 14-14. The Colonel serve. Essence, she sends it up. And Leah Castro sends it straight out for the Lady Colonels as the Tigers appreciate that point 15-14.
You know, I just looked at the court and I seen number 5 for the Lady Tigers, Dylan Hoskins, tell her teammates, like, let's go. Let's use that to motivate and to push us to win the 5th set. Not only that, but to improve to 3-0 at home.
And looking at that 5th set, like you said, number 5, firing up her girls and her women and getting it done. Oh no, the 5th set goes to 15. Yeah. Oh, that was game. Lady Tigers with the win.
The Lady Tigers did it, and they did an amazing job.
As the Lady Tigers wrap it up and get that win, we get a replay on that last play of the game with the kill and the block to secure it.
The front line comes alive.
16-14 at the bottom of the last 5th set. What better way to secure the 3-0 at home, undefeated, and keep the streak alive going into SWAC play?
Johnson here with, of course, the star of the show tonight, Essence Allen. Essence, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. You know, how can you not feel good after a great home win?
Of course. It makes you 3-0. And let me say, Essence, the first thing she said when she sat down was, 3-0 at home. That is a great feeling. I already know. So, a couple questions going into your 5th set. You were down. How do you continue to motivate your team?
I think the biggest thing is I don't know, we have to try to stay positive. We were up 2-0 in sets or whatever. And so I think just continuing to do what we were doing, that was helping us win.
So you mentioned helping you guys win, and you guys did an amazing job in the first 2 sets and being aggressive in the next 2, and of course coming back in the 5th set. How is the emotion in a game like this? Of course, Nicholls, big Southland Conference, who you just so happen to come from.
Yeah.
How do you control your emotions in a time like that?
It's hard, but like I said, trying to stay positive is the biggest thing, because if I get down on myself, then the rest of the team gets down. So just staying positive and continuing to do what I do.
Thank you, Essence, and of course, congratulations.
Thank you.
And a couple highlights, of course, for the game tonight that the Lady Tigers took over. Essence Allen was on fire tonight. Of course, we continue to mention not just her though. You have Kai Williams. You had the whole front line from tonight. They did it. They didn't. Here are a couple of highlights.
And looking at our stats from tonight's game, the Grambling, our Grambling State hitting percentage was 20% with 68 assists and 73 kills. Also followed with 15 blocks, 5 service aces, and 114 digs. For the Nicholls State side, we had 12% hitting, 60 assists, 61 kills with 12 blocks, 3 service aces, and only 104 digs. With, of course, Grambling winning 3 sets out of 5 to Nicholls State's 2.
Grambling stretched to the 5th set. What would you say was the biggest outtake from set 1 all the way to set 5?
That biggest outtake, really seeing how we responded, like I talked about, start that 80% mark we did. Those first few sets, we started off the first 20% kind of a little slow, but killed it in the last 80%. Those middle 2 sets, that first 80% we came out hard, and that last 20% it was I kind of gave it up there. But that last set, put it together for that full time. Of course, it was only the 15 for that one, so that 80% might have just been enough at that point. But fortunately, we held it off and had the lack of fatigue and the gas in our tank to get it done and complete the win.
Of course, and thank God that the Lady Tigers won tonight at home, which has extended their home streak to 3-0 going into the next week. And yes, you heard it here first from Tamaya Johnson, Cleveland Jones, and Essence Allen. And we are out of here.